Now it's time to take a deep dive.
Thanks, Slick Mick. We are taking a deep dive, and Jurassic Park merchandise and the 1990s dinosaur boom has been talked about by us in most of the shows at some point. And on Dinostalgia, I talk about it quite a bit. Jurassic Park was not just a major film release in '93, it was a huge merchandising brand. If it's not Jurassic Park, it's extinct. That's a good tagline, right?
I mean, that's it, yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah.
And the logo of the J and the P that the merchandising was set up with was amazing. Almost immediately, toys, comics, trading cards, clothing, video games, books, school items, fucking everything.
It's like the new Star Wars, essentially, wasn't it? With all
it was. It was a great... it was just universally loved, and it was everywhere. And I think a big part of it, actually, Chris, is this logo.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know, like,
it's recognisable straight away.
It's so recognisable. Yeah. Such a great idea. They published and pushed out so much stuff. An incredible amount of stuff. I want to talk about the Kenner toys to start with. Now, these things are iconic. We touched on them in our Action Figures episode. Here is my Red Rex from 1993. And I may even put up a picture of me receiving said Red Rex. There you go.
That's an original.
The Kenner toy line was one of the biggest and most memorable parts of the franchise's merchandising push. Very much so. And it looks great. The line included humans and dinosaurs, vehicles and capture gear. And, you know, we had the Velociraptor here, which is something that people always, when they talk about 90s, they talk about this Velociraptor. You've got Dilophosaurus, you've got a Dimetrodon, God, there's everything. And I've got a few here, mint in box, as you'll see. There's a Velociraptor here. And
with the cards and everything.
With the cards, we'll get to the cards, and there's an Alan Grant action figure as well. I got lots of them, but there we go. They had all these different, I guess, what do you call it? Gimmicks, I suppose. Yeah, electronic stuff and dino... What is it? Dino damage.
Yeah.
Here's a baby Rex, a juvenile T-Rex, and you can pull a piece of its guts out, essentially, and expose its insides.
Ribs and bits and pieces.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So dino damage and then snapping jaws and all the little things and traps and all kinds of stuff. The toy line was heavily influenced by the film, but a lot of it was made prior to the film actually being released. So a lot of the dinosaur toy, or a lot of the toys from the Kenner line, are actually more based around the novel, which is interesting. And then, of course, there was action figures that came with cards, and they all had their movie card, and the cards aren't from the film. They're Brian Franzak.
They're slightly different, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're Brian Franzak paintings, which are beautiful. That whole set is very valuable now. And that brings us into the trading cards. There's a lot of trading cards.
So that sort of does. It leads us into the trading cards. So the trading cards were produced by companies such as Topps and Dynamic Marketing here in Australia, where a majorable collectible item, and are especially relevant if you discuss your own memories collecting those items. So the key points were the cards featured some film stills, there were some dinosaur images, of course, facts and character information, and behind the scenes material. So some sets included special inserts such as the foil cards or the puzzle cards. Topps already known for the sports cards, helped position Jurassic Park as a mainstream collectible property. So what that meant was, now they become highly collectible, which meant there was value placed on them. Right?
Absolutely,
so now, you know,
absolutely.
We saw that with basketball cards in the 90s. Now with Pokemon cards, extremely valuable. But same sort of thing happened.
Yeah, I agree. Topps had some really great card sets, and there are 2 Jurassic Park Topps card sets and the Dynamic Marketing set, and I've got all those here, of course. But as we talk about Topps also produced comics with us. And the Topps comics expanded the Jurassic Park world beyond the film and the book, and they kind of extended everything a little bit further on. There was different adaptations of the original film. The Gil Kane comic is brilliant. And there were sequels. There was Jurassic Park Raptor, Raptors Attack, Raptors Hijack, plus what I think is iconic, the Return to Jurassic Park, which is really the first sequel to the film. There you go. They often explored stories of raptors escaping from the island and new containment scenarios. That was kind of what the comics did. And they introduced new characters, weird stuff. I do have my comic collection as well, because I'm that guy. And, They're all here.
There's a couple in there.
They're all
Is that the
there.
whole set? That's the
It's
entire set?
every single one. This is the whole. Oh god! And thank you, Topps Comics, because realistically, I think the Topps Comics, being what it was, I think pushed a sequel. I think it pushed the idea. In the 90s, comics were so massive, and we touched on that in our comics episode as well. But huge. But not just the comics. We had something else, didn't we, Wiggles, as well?
Well, what accompanies every bit of trading cards or toys, of course, it's the apparel and the branding, right?
Absolutely.
So it all goes hand in hand at the movie. So the Jurassic Park logo became one of the most recognisable movie logos in the 90s. But I would say, not even just in the 90s, probably it's up there with Nike or one of those famous brands as far as you could take the writing out of it and show someone and they'd instantly know what that logo is.
That's
right?
true, it's pretty iconic.
It's very iconic. So there was the red, yellow and the black t-shirt skeleton logo appeared on shirts, caps, bags, posters, lunchbox, everything.
Sleeping bags.
Everything, pillows, you name it. It was on everything. It was a simple logo, bold and instantly recognisable. That's what we're saying. I mean, as I said, you can take the writing off it and you know what it is. It functioned as both film branding and standalone design, with many people wearing it regardless of whether they'd seen the film.
True.
So, Jurassic,
like the Austin 316 shirts or a Nirvana shirt, just in general. And that dinosaur, this dinosaur on this logo, is the American Museum of Natural History dinosaur skeleton that's actually at the time that this was made, was very inaccurate. And the artist who designed, I don't have all the details, but the artist who designed the logo, in using that particular skeletal diagram, and it was a bit stylized, did a fantastic job. I think it's amazing. What does that take us to, Wibbles? We've got something here that looks pretty good.
Well, we can jump into some video games, of course, one of our favourites.
Well, we've talked about that before as well. And at the moment...
There's a couple there.
At the moment, you can get the Classic Games Collection, 7 classic games in one, on the Switch for Jurassic Park games, this is awesome. If you've got a Switch, go and get this, because then you don't have to buy all the rest of the ones I'm about to show you. But there were so many games on all the different platforms, and
I remember the old one on SNES. It was hard. It was really difficult. Yeah.
Well, we'll start off. We've got Master System, the Sega Master System Jurassic Park, which was a little bit. That was hard.
That threw me back. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's one of these things.
Yeah, it was a good game, but it was bloody hard. And then the upgrade, the 16-bit, the Mega Drive version of Jurassic Park, or Genesis if you're not in Australia.
Genesis, yeah.
And then we've got the NES version of Jurassic Park, which is very similar to the Game Boy version, which I do have, but I haven't pulled it out of the man cave. And then this is the one you just mentioned, Wibbles, the Super Nintendo
SNES.
Was hard,
yeah.
Jurassic Park, the top view. So difficult.
Yes, extremely difficult.
And also the Mega Drive, or Genesis, also had the Rampage edition, which was very cool. And I just want to touch on, before we move on from games, the board game by Parker Brothers.
The board game.
The board game. We talked about it in a previous episode as well.
We did.
It was a cracker. I really enjoyed it.
Those, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't have one. Unfortunately, it's one of the things I've lost over the years. I did own it, but it, like many board games, met its fate. It became extinct.
Jumping in at number 7 here, we're jumping in at books and educational spin-offs. So the franchise also crossed into educational and semi-educational products. So that included...
Gives me a semi.
Little chub.
We're cancelled. Anyway.
So there was dinosaur guidebooks, of course.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes making of books. They're always great. I love those things as a kid.
This is a great
I love
book.
them. Yeah. Love those things.
Yeah.
Children's science books tied into the film, of course.
Yeah.
In-universe style park guides. It was as if you were exploring
Hunter's
the park.
Hunter's Guide. Hunting the dinosaurs.
This great little book. So this mattered because Jurassic Park helped make dinosaurs feel both scientific and commercially appealing, increasing interest in paleontology among younger audiences.
I was already a super keen dino nerd, but it definitely helped. It definitely increased that for me. And
because it was accessible, all that information, like there was so much coming out at that time, right?
You learnt so much. And
CDs, all sorts of stuff.
And also, I did want to touch on the colouring books and the activity books, because there was a heap of them. Colouring book number 1, number 2, number 7, number 63, number Trace and Colour, Raptors Attack, Stick of Fun. Look at all these. And in Australia, we got them through lots of fun books.
Of course, lots of fun.
By budget books. which is who produced all these. And I've got them all, but yeah, some really great
Number
stuff.
one. Look at that.
There you go.
Wow.
Have a look at that. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Kmart, 39 cents it was at Kmart.
39 cents.
There you go. 39 cents for
Incredible.
Jurassic Park colouring book number 2. I've not coloured that much in.
I hope your skills got better since some of these.
No. Not really.
You're supposed to stay in the lines.
Oh,
There we go.
wow.
There we go.
You're shitting on
So,
9-year-old Mr. Sean here, Wibbles. Come on, calm down.
He tried. I was
I
amazing.
don't want to talk about food promotions and tie-ins because I think we might do that in
might.
Tuck Shop.
We-
I think we
we
can
might.
do that later. But the merchandise mattered. It created demand. It was extended the movie into a universe, an expanded universe, if you will. There might be a video about that later.
Possibly.
Kids could wear it, collect it, play it, be it, read it, shit, anything. And we were those kids.
We were.
We were those kids. You were those kids out there. And to me, it was like a complete world than just more than just a single film. And that's a big part of why I think the film's so great is that you believed in that world.
Well, that's
It was
right.
a real place, even though it was clearly a fictional place. You believed in it. And this stuff helped expand your understanding of what Jurassic Park is, and that it could be a real theme park for all we know. Shit, you can buy toys and you can buy books and you can get anything.
Well, it drove also to a lot of talk about what if we could bring dinosaurs back and have a park
yes.
like this, you know, in the scientific community. I mean, you had Dolly the sheep and that a few years later, of course.
Yep.
So there was so much talk about that kind of, thing
The idea
occurring in the
could
future. The
be a
idea,
thing.
correct, yes.
I mean, Michael Crichton's gone on record as saying that could never happen, but he enjoyed the theory behind it. I'm going to recommend 2 books before we wrap this segment up, but this is called The Science of Jurassic Park and the Lost World by Rob DeSalle and David Lindley. That book is very great to read about the idea that, I guess, can you really bring one back? Could it be done? Won't spoil it. There's some very
what
good
do they
stuff.
think? What's their
Well,
overall view?
it's complex. And then there's How to Build a Dinosaur with Jack Horner, a very famous paleontologist. In fact, the paleontologist Alan Grant is based on, mind you, and James Gorman, The New Science of Reverse Evolution. Also, very good read. I can recommend that as well. I'll tell you what, if I had the money and the tools, I'd give it a red hot crack. Oh, what did you find in there,
Bring it
Bill?
back.
What did you find in
Can't tell
there?
you, it's a secret.
No, it's not a secret. We'll tell you before we go to the next segment. Where is it? It's a bookmark. It's a Dilophosaurus bookmark. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right, that's it. We went pretty deep.
What are we jumping to next?
I don't even know. Stick Mick into it.
Hold on to your butts.